Let's get up to the minute on debate reaction. Here's Chief Political Correspondent Carl Cameron.
The day after the final debate of the year, Donald Trump declared himself the winner, and in Mesa, Arizona, talked border security and immigration.
Illegal immigration has caused tremendous crime, has caused tremendous deaths.
But last night, the national frontrunner defended his proposed temporary ban on Muslim immigrants.
We're not talking about religion, we're talking about security.
Jeb Bush, struggling in the polls, tried to lead the charge against the celebrity billionaire.
Donald, is great at the one-liners, but he's a chaos candidate. And he'd be a chaos president.
Well, let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at 3.
If you think this is tough and you're not being treated
this
fairly,
isn't tough and easy.
Imagine what it's going to be like dealing with Putin. This is a tough business.
Ted Cruz was branded as a bit of a maniac by Trump, who changed his tune last night with a warning.
He has a wonderful temperament. He's just fine. Don't worry about it.
You did question his judgment.
Marco Rubio went straight to Iowa, where he renewed his criticism of Cruz for opposing the defense authorization bill and weakening national security.
The defense cuts we are facing in this country already, the ones that are already in place, that some Republicans have supported, make it even deeper. How are you going to make the sands of the Middle East glow if you don't have the bombs or the Air Force to do it with?
The battle between Rubio and Cruz is likely to be crucial next year. Among the outsiders, Ben Carson and Carly Fiorina both complained that they didn't get enough time. John Kasich urged his rivals to embrace a less divisive agenda, but most of it was overshadowed by the Rubio and Cruz dynamics. Rubio's been hammering Cruz for weakening national security surveillance programs.
I'm very proud to have joined with conservatives in both the Senate and the House to reform how we target bad guys.
There is nothing that we are allowed to do under this bill that we could not do before.
On immigration, Cruz cast Rubio as a supporter of amnesty.
There was one commentator that put it this way, that for Marco to suggest our record's the same, it is like suggesting the fireman and the arsonist have the same record because they're both at the scene of the fire.
Cruz indicated in the past that he was open to a path to legal status after building a wall and a decade's worth of reforms. Rubio says their plans are similar, but Rubio's willing to go further.
I personally am open to allowing people to apply for a green card.
It was Rand Paul's feistiest debate yet.
So Marco can't have it both ways. Marco has more of an allegiance to Chuck Schumer and to the liberals than he does to conservative policy.
Chris Christie, running second in the polls in New Hampshire as a straight-talking governor, mocked the senators for their legislative bickering.
If your eyes are glazing over like mine, this is what it's like to be on the floor of the United States Senate.
The holidays will briefly overshadow the campaign, but the next debate is January 14th, hosted by Fox Business Network in South Carolina, and it comes just 2 weeks before the Iowa caucuses, Bret.